underrated, but in my opinion, the best possible solution for a survival weapon. I got this from a hardware shop for guess how much? 20 rupees. 20 रुपए का दूध का पैकेट भी नहीं मिलता आजकल. I put some aluminum wire over here, made this thing a little more strong, but whatever. Compare this to a bow and arrow, compare this to a crossbow, anything else. Look at the input versus output. You can throw a stone, but now you can basically shoot a stone. And people underestimate this because we have newer and better technologies, but now this is a proper weapon. Again, not a self-defense kind of a weapon, more like a survival tool for getting some fruit or something. Small game, of course. I do not like the idea of hunting for fun or for posting it on Instagram. It's more like a very emergency survival situation kind of a thing. But anyway, something so simple, yet people do not, give a lot of value to it because they feel it's a little difficult to kind of do all that kind of practice, and aim should be very good. नहीं, जरूरी नहीं है आपको एकदम अर्जुन के जैसा आपको ऐसा आर्चरी आए, धनुर्वेद में आपको बहुत कुछ ज्ञान हो, जरूरी नहीं है. एमिंग के एक दो रूल होते हैं जो कोई भी सीख ले, किसी भी वेपन में थोड़ा सा प्रैक्टिस के बाद आपको समझ आ जाएगा. बेसिकली देयर आर maybe 3 points that need to be shared. That's how aiming works. For any kind of a weapon, nothing like this, can be something else, it can be something else, whatever. If you understand that basic concept of aiming, with some practice you can pick it up very easily. Going to demonstrate that for you using this. अभी aiming हो कैसी रही, क्या कर रहे हैं? Basically, आप अपनी आंखों से देख सकते हैं. You are using your eyes for seeing. This is my field of vision. And this is point A, this is the initial thing because this is where I am getting information. From here, I can see there is a target. And now to hit that target, I am going to use a tool, I am going to use something, or maybe something as simple as throwing a small stone. I am going to throw this at a certain target. Now there are 3 components over here. My eye, that target, and whatever is the method of execution. Here in this case, my hand throwing a stone. These 3 things have to be aligned. Otherwise, it will take a lot of practice, it will take a lot of whatever, and you still might not get it. This is a very basic level understanding which kids would have known in 2 or 3 generations back. Naturally, people would have all these crazy skills like this, but we are kind of losing that. But in my opinion, all of this is under the umbrella of martial arts. So that is why I'm kind of sharing it with you. Number 1 is my eye. Number 2 is my target. Now, the alignment needs to happen between point A, point B, and the execution. If I am going to throw this stone to a certain something, this needs to be right in front of my eye and it needs to be right in line with the target. Only then I can, and that will happen. Imagine me trying to do something like this or something like this. It might miss because whatever, of course, practice and the force and the technique, all that matters, yes. But if you simply put your tool in front of your sight and in between, like your eye and your target, 50% of the work is done. Before demonstrating that with this, I will show you how to respect a weapon and how to remain safe, because this thing can literally kill something. If not a human, maybe a human, why not? If if it's powerful enough and whatever. There is something called as universal firearm safety rule. Of course, you can't really think of this as a gun, but the concept behind those rules can be applied into all these things and you will remain safe. Basically, finger of the trigger, don't really have to care about that over here. Do not point it at something you do not intend to destroy. I know I'm not going to do it, but I respect and I value my camera. I do not want to destroy the camera, so I'll not do it. Treat all weapons as they're loaded. Okay, you can ignore that maybe because you know or whatever. And the most important, according to me, know your target and what's beyond it. You can see there's a pink color plastic cap or something like that on top of a gada, but there are small puppies and birds, whatever in the background. I do not want that. First, I'll clear the space and then I'll do it. Now, again, the plus point is the ammunition or something like that. You do not have to make, you do not have to buy. It's basically available everywhere. I do not have to tell you what to do over here, but Basically, you're going to pull it, and if it's long enough, it could have had this kind of a thing. And when you have that kind of a stretch, it becomes a little more easy because it's as close as possible to your eye. And then your hand, because this is the executing device or whatever, if you have it very close to your hand and it's in line with your eye and you have pointed it to the target, that's basically how it will work. Basically, after the stretch is done, as close as possible to the eye, and from top of this frame over here, you're going to aim. So you are aligning your target, your tool, and your eye, and basically trying to aim from here, and that could kind of get you somewhere. And that's it. Of course, practice is needed, but if you understand that basic concept, you can kind of figure it out, and it does not matter which weapon we are using. And you are free to make fun of me for using firearm safety rules for something like this, but safety is important, and if something goes wrong, that is when you realize how important it is. And let's try one last time. And if I can make it, you have to like the video and also subscribe. And also buy the Kalari Dhoti. And also check out Kadak Merch and Sendo Jitsu mobile application. बाकी चाहिए तो डायरेक्ट मैं नंबर भेजता हूँ, मेरे को पैसे भी भेज दो, जायदाद नाम कर दो मेरे, बच गए तुम।